Welcome to Imperfect in an Uncertain World, resources for living with authenticity and purpose. So, today I'm going to start with a question. Is there a message in a memory? So, memories can be messengers of our intuition, but how do we get past the emotions evoked and into the message? Let's talk. Memories, we all have them. Sometimes we remember the joy filled, the celebrations of life. And other times we remember the hitches, the glitches, the sorrow, and the grief. I've always loved the Barbara Streisand song, the lyrics, misty watercolor memories of the way we were. Of course, when I sang that song, I changed the we to things. So, misty watercolor memories of the way things were. And sometimes, more often than we like to admit, our memories really are misty watercolors. They represent how we see what happened, not always what is real. So the real is blurred. Our socially constructed reality blurs the real. Now, there are scientific studies that provide blueprints for how we remember what we remember. Um, this includes the misty watercolor blur. But I have a hunch as to why memories surface at unexpected times. I believe that they are vessels of intuitive messages. So when we remember, our intuition is speaking through the memories. It's really that simple. So, but I want to say memories aren't the easiest bringers of intuition. Memories can be really hard. Memories can be painful. They bring up high emotion times in our life. And it's really easy to shut them down, to shuttle them aside, and to move on. But what happens if we don't shy away from the memory, but really experience it fully? Now, I'm not talking about traumatic memories that are best explored with a therapist. I really am speaking about the memories that rise into our consciousness unexpectedly and don't cause that trauma. So when these memories are intuitive messages, they knock on the window of my consciousness again and again, waking me up to the message. And so I might have the same memory or a series of similar memories until I really sit down and say, okay, what's going on with you, Van? Only when I shift into this way of being can I really peer into their misty watercolor depths. And when I step into the memory, I have to take care because I don't want to get caught. I don't want to get entangled in the memory's emotions. I have to be objective. So, objectively, I peer into the window while welcoming any emotions into my presence. So, you're going to be asking, how do you do that? Okay, how do we intuitively listen to the message in the memory? Let's just go through some steps, and you might want to pause and write them down and so you can practice them later. You really want to anchor yourself into the moment. That's the first thing. One simple way is just to visualize your breath flowing throughout your body, really connecting you to all parts of your physical body. Connect your spirit and your mind and your emotions. So envision your body, mind, spirit, and heart as smooth with no glitches on which they can get hung up. Welcome the memory through your words, through your thoughts, through your actions. You might envision a smile, you might beckon the memory. It's just, or say, okay, here you are, what do you have to tell me? So allow the memory to wash over you, knowing that it can't snag you, trip you, or catch you in any way. Open yourself fully to the intuitive message. And if you're feeling some kind of fear, I want you to acknowledge that. But just open yourself up to the intuitive message. And as it flows over you, notice any sensations, including emotions, words, or understandings. Don't force the message, just be with it. And that's what I found. Anytime you're going to listen to your intuition, you can't force it. You've just got to be with it. Intend that the meaning behind the memory surfaces. Be patient. It may take several resurfacings of the memory before you can actually understand the message behind it. And then ask yourself, how can I best act upon the message? And finally, act. That's it. You just act. And know that if you don't quite get it right, but you're acting, you will receive additional clarity, additional clarification from your intuition. So let's make this real. Let's go into an example. I had a memory wash over me this morning, and I clearly recognized that the memory, and really everything in my life, it was an epiphany moment, was from my perspective. And I also realized that I can't wear the lens of another's experience. And no matter how hard I try, I may never understand another or their experience. And in that moment, I could clearly see the holes of misunderstanding within the memory. And this misunderstanding really was built upon a lack of awareness. And with this realization, I realized that it really was okay. I needed to let it go. I can't go back and I can't sew those holes up. It is what it is. We did the best what we could at the time and then just move on. And so, in a lot of ways, this memory was like a practice of Tonglen. And Tonglen is a core contemplative practice for bodhisattvas, or compassion warriors, who conquer the world not through violence or aggression, but through gentleness, courage, and self knowledge. It really is a way of mindfully sending and receiving compassion. It awakens our natural empathy, and that's at the foundation of our compassionate action. And I really feel like that's what happened to me during this memory, that my intuition was rising and saying, you can heal through being compassionate to yourself and others. So I really breathed in the memory. And as it became lighter, the suffering dissipated. And beneath the suffering was the message that I have been waiting for. No fault, time to let go, time to open up to what is. So that gives you a little understanding of a practical memory, how you can use those steps to bring yourself up. Um, and so I would ask, what is the message in your memory? And how might a modified Tonglen help you move through the misty watercolor memory and understand your intuitive message? So I want to thank you for watching this today, watching Imperfect in an Uncertain World. If you like it, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends. I would also like to invite you to go to my website, vanessafhurst.com, where there are additional resources. And if you are ready, when you are ready, I would love to work with you as a contemplative coach, a spiritual director, an intuitive mentor. um, we can really help you grow that foundation, that firm foundation, so that you can live from the core. And so it'll be easier for you to begin to understand the message in the memories. Have a great day, and thank you.